Welcome back to Dirt on Wheels. For today we have a fuel pump module which I bought it from Amazon. The delivery was swift enough. The pump failed to work. The pump motor wasn't functioning properly, and so I then decided to just have this pump cracked open, and so that I can give you an insight of what this pump is made up of. So then I'm gonna crack this open. Before I open, there's this beautiful fuel filter out there. There are a couple of locks which are holding all the parts of the pump in place, and your fuel filter has got a couple of locks onto the either side of the filter holder. Let me just try popping this out. Hope you can see the lock there. And it's very tiny and it holds the filter rigid. Yes. Not that easy just to pull it out. Let me try snapping one off at first and then I will snap the other side. And here it is, the filter is finally out, and it has an inlet hole and slots for the lock to hold it firm. And now let me snap the locks of the fuel pump DC motor housing, which has 3 locks and comes out easily. And there you see there's a fuel pump here, fuel pump motor. I'm just trying to pull it out, and the terminals on the other side are holding the pump motor firmly. There are 3 terminals. Just trying to snap the terminal. And yes, the terminals are finally out. There's just one holding onto it, and let me try just pulling it out harder. No, it's still holding it enough. And there's this pressure regulator valve here, and this has 2 tiny locks holding it onto the casing, and I'm just pulling it out. And there's this beautiful pressure regulator valve. And now let me try pulling out the pump motor. Yes, it's finally here, and all the 3 terminals are right onto the slots. There's this little o-ring. This would support the pump, hold on to the case firmly and not let the fuel just seep into it. The o-ring is clear and I don't see any damages around. And here's a tiny slot inside, so this is where your fuel gets pulled into the pump motor through the impeller, which is housed inside the motor casing. And this is your delivery valve, so that's where your fuel goes out. And let me try pulling out the coupler of this little fuel pump. And let's just pop this pressure regulator valve out first. It's partly out. Yes, it's completely out. And there's the inlet to the pressure regulator valve, which will push the tiny pin outwards, so that in case if there is a pressure buildup, that would slightly give it a relief. And now let me snap the terminals connected onto the fuel pump coupler. The P8 pins are very good in this pump, uh, yes, there's a little lock here which I'll have to press it inside. Yes, it's out now. And there's a couple of locks holding the coupler onto the fuel pump's casing, and I'm gonna pull it out. Yes, it's out. And I don't see anything wrong with the connector too. Things are in place, and I don't see any pins backing out from the connecting end of the coupler. And there's this little o-ring here. The o-ring sits right onto the slot, and it keeps the fuel from leaking outside. So this is all about your fuel pump. Here is the faulty DC motor, which costed me deep, and that's all about it. And the construction is, as you can see, it is damn simple. You do not have much of the components running inside the fuel pump, and this is what I paid a 20 odd dollar for.